everybody. I've been gone for a few weeks working, but I am back on my off day to do a little winding down and to try something new today. And one of the something new that I'm trying is the Lego Botanical Collection Orchid Set. I bought this a couple months ago, but I never got the chance to put it together until my off day today. So I'm excited about that. And what I'll be winding down with is actually not wine. It is tart cherry juice. I got the recommendation off TikTok about 5 or 6 months ago, and I've been drinking it ever since. It relaxes you. It helps put you to sleep like wine used to do for me. So they were not wrong. And I switched out the two completely. Another reason why I am making this video tonight is because I never got the chance to say thank you for 100 subscribers. I am actually a little shocked, and I'm very appreciative that there are people who wanted to follow me on my journey of putting my new little life together piece by piece. So I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you a lot. So let's put this together. So I went off camera and put some stuff together before I came back on here. It is separated into 4 bags: the base, the leaves, the stems, and the flowers. I'm glad I didn't take them all apart at once. And I'm also glad I got this day to put this together, because usually during the week I only get about a few hours of free time, and I try to use that to watch anime. I really am becoming a bigger and bigger anime fan. I really enjoy, 1, the music, 2, seeing how the styles of like illustration changes throughout the years, and 3, the adult content is like throughout each show. I don't see how kids watch this and even enjoy it sometimes. But a lot of the things of the shows that I've watched so far, I've only watched about a handful, show up a lot in my own life. And lastly, the thing that I like the most about anime is the spiritual content in it. Like, blink and you miss it, but there are actually quite a lot of spiritual references in it. And I'm kind of using the things I see spiritually in anime to segue off into my own journey deeper and deeper. So here is the base. This was really hard to do. I had to take it apart and put it back together quite a few times, and it doesn't look like the way it's supposed to look. So we're gonna see where this takes us. So I went off camera again and I put this together. This is actually more of the base. It's not the stems and stuff connected to the orchid like I thought it would be. Also, it's been kind of hard, okay? It's a little bit more than what I bargained for. Now, while I was putting this together, I was sitting here thinking, like, what is my favorite anime that I've seen so far out of the handful that I've watched? Right now, I've just finished Cowboy Bebop, but I have to say my favorite right now is still Revolutionary Girl Utena. Not because of the spiritual elements or anything, but just because I think I am a shoujo fan more than anything else, but there are still a lot more styles for me to discover. Now, where am I at in my spiritual journey? I used to be able to put a label on myself, put a label on the things that I believed, but because I'm only a year and a half into this, and because I learn something new every day, I don't put a limit or a label on anything anymore. And I try to keep my beliefs very fluid, because there's always something that's going to come along and contradict what it is that I have learned. So let's go to the next part. I think it is the leaves, the next part. So I went off camera and I put this together. It took me about 2 hours, but I did it. I know the base is probably really wrong, but don't say nothing. I'm gonna fix it later. So now all I'm gonna do is put the leaves on before I start the last and 4th bag. But in regards to what I said earlier about my relationship with spirituality, or me being a spiritual person, being very fluid and stuff, I will still always continue to have a relationship with my ancestors, and I want to keep that strong. I was raised Southern Baptist. I was raised in the church, and because of that, I used to love, even as an adult, gospel music, the sounds, like the strength in it, the beat, like everything about it. And as an adult, I recognize that that is a way that my ancestors continue to communicate with me. So I want to keep those channels open, and I want to keep the communication strong. The reason why I say that is because, you know, they walk with you throughout your life. And my exploring spirituality in anime is basically me exploring and like researching occultic themes, because there's a lot of occultic themes in anime. So however far I go, whatever I'm figuring out, it will be in communion with my ancestors. So okay, I think I got it, y'all. Oh, okay. Look a lot better. Oh, and the base is still falling apart. Okay, now I'm about to put the flower together. Okay, this is the semi-finished product. And when I say semi-finished, I mean, I know the base needs work, and I know the flowers probably look like a little bit funny, and I'm missing some sticks and all that stuff at the bottom, but this is what it's supposed to, this is the general what it's supposed to look like, okay? This is not for the faint of heart or for people who get bored easily. And before, when I was working on the flowers, I feel like I was speaking about my ancestors, but didn't really mention whether or not I believe in a higher power. I absolutely do. I absolutely believe in God, the Most High, universe, spirit, source, whatever you want to call God. I do. I am a believer, because without the Most High, you know, I wouldn't be able to have a relationship with my ancestors and stuff. So that belief has never left me, whatever exploration I am doing and whatever growth I am making. And that is alongside my ancestors, who I consulted with my next moves. I know in my previous videos I've been talking about being delusional and doing all that stuff for success, but I had yet to make action. So I'm actually leaving my jobs so I can focus more on my passions and more on the things that make me happy. I was chasing $1 a lot, and it was not rewarding. Now, do I like working in healthcare? Yes. Do I like my current job? Yes. But it was less of me working in those jobs for the purpose of that, and more for me just trying to pay my bills, me just trying to, you know, chase my next check. And it never turned out well. So I'll be focusing more on getting myself back healthy, getting more of my time back, and using that to fortify myself mentally, spiritually, physically, like rebuild myself and rebuilding my life. And this is just something that I really wanted to do while anime is a new hobby of mine, but it's quickly becoming a favorite. Who knows where it's going to take me? Who knows where the exploration of it is going to take me? Who knows where my spiritual journey is going to take me? All I know is that I had to focus on getting my time back so that I could do stuff like this, and so that I could spend time not just with y'all, but with people in my life that relationships I had abandoned, relationships I didn't have a lot of time for. The time is now for me to start rebuilding all of that stuff. I'm trying to either water the plants that I have now, or get rid of the dead plants and just flourish. The reason I feel so comfortable being able to discuss topics like this alongside my little life updates is because, like I wrote about it in a Tumblr blog a little while back, I just feel like the world is becoming more spiritual now. Well, not I feel like the world is becoming more spiritual now. And it's not that spirituality is a new thing, or even that it's becoming more popular, even though it is. It is that people feel a lot more comfortable discussing and exploring concepts of spirituality out in the open, whereas it was not happening before. And I just feel really lucky to be in the number of people who can be in a space where I can share my life's experiences and my spiritual journey so far. I'm still beginning on everything, but I feel like I am able now to talk about it up to a point where I can find people who identify and share the same experiences as me. I just feel really lucky in that way. So, and that is part of my life's updates, alongside me leaving my jobs and wanting to find my joy and getting myself back healthy, mentally and spiritually, physically, all of that stuff. And lastly, again, I want to say thank you for 100 subscribers. Y'all do not know how thankful I am for that. I didn't think anybody would watch, really. So y'all just put a battery in my back now. So be on the lookout for the Cowboy Bebop review later on this week. And I hope you guys have a really good week.